Video camera on?
Yeah.
All right, walk. Wait, come on. Walk on across. Come on. Hi, I'm Chip Moss, CEO of America's Tax Office. I'm delighted. Come on out the street. I am delighted to be in Jersey City, New Jersey with MyLove Tetterton. MyLove Tetterton is our only affiliate out here, and we're at her retail tax office. MyLove has been with us for one tax season. Last tax season, her first year, she was able to e-file 350 returns. We're really excited about that. That beats the national average. Congratulations, MyLove. Thank you so much. We came out here to congratulate her and to also learn how she did it. So we're going to take a little tour of her location and talk about how she's got it laid out and talk about costs involved and things that you could learn from. So as you see, I'm going to just do a little talking. She's on a major street, Panda Street, in a dense neighborhood. There's a lot of immediate housing around the market too. This is always key, people, being close to, come over here, liquor store right here. That's one of the mix of businesses you'll hear me talk about in these videos. She got a lot of business by leaving flyers at that liquor store. The front of her store was done well. I came out here, we're gonna make some adjustments. As you see, she's got the banners stating our value proposition prominently displayed. We're gonna add floodlights this year so that it's illuminated. Come closer. That's one of the things that I talk about. Glass front, as we said, the drapes are a mistake. She's learned that. We're gonna take the drapes down and we're gonna take these posters out. We're gonna use the America's Tax Office window clings that are available at americastaxoffice.com/store. We'll take these posters, put them on the wall so it'll be clear and you can look in. That's key, so the people can see your work and see you preparing the taxes. It's well lit. They feel safe, secure coming in the location. She's got the open sign. These are real cheap. Like, how much you pay for that sign?
50 bucks.
50 bucks. And this year she's going to trim it with lights all the way around. She's got the business hours cling. Now, I want to point out that America's Tax Office has a business hours cling with the logo on it. We're going to switch that out for her. But again, retail walk-up, glass front, banner on the marquee, lit up. So when you hear me talk about how to market your tax business, when I talk about physical exterior building marketing, she's got it nailed. She's done it properly. So let's talk about, you know how many square feet you have?
No.
Okay. Well, we're going to go in and look. Put the camera on her. We're going to go in and look. What are you paying rent? Look at the camera. Come on now.
I pay $850 in rent and $100 for utilities.
Okay.
So I got a good deal. Actually, it was a little more, but the landlord worked with me because it was my first business.
And just talk about that for a while. Tell me what you said to him.
Well, I came into your office. I was looking at it. He wanted $1,200 for it. I told him I'm just opening my first business, so my money is very limited as to I have to buy supplies and so forth. He wanted $1,200, 1 month rent and 1 month security. And then just from me speaking to him, he said, you know what? For some reason, he said, God told me to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you for $850, and I'm not going to charge you security.
So people ask, there's a lot of kindness out there. People will help you. You're on the ground level. You tell them you're starting your first business. You need a little help. There's still a lot of love out there. So $850 for the place. All right, let's go in. And before we go in, now, because I don't remember, do we do site selection on this location? Do we use, how was this location picked?
I picked the location. When I was speaking to you, when I was speaking to Chip on the phone, and he was telling me about marketing and what places to go to. I know that there's an H&R Block further down about 3 blocks, and there's no other offices, there's no Jackson Hewitt, there's no Liberty Tax, there's nothing else in the area. So I wanted to target this area because I know the only competition that I really would have here would be H&R Block, and I did maybe just a handful of tax returns less than what they did.
Okay, so how did she pick the location? She located where there was another successful tax office. We have a process at ATO, the site selection process. That's one of our, that's tax location analysis 101, locate where other tax offices are. Excellent job.
That's what you told me.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's go on inside. And talk about this. Why don't you just pan around? I'm going to make pan around a little bit. I'm going to make a few statements. You know, and how to handle the customer from start to finish. In that video, I talk about how to lay out your tax office. She's followed that. Beautiful television up here so the customers can wait comfortably, watch TV. If you turn around, she's got a couch, which is nice and comfortable. Waiting room area. You see the snacks. As I said, you want to give customers snacks. She's got the candy for the kids. I see some toys down there. I see the coloring books, as I've counseled. Water's available. My suspicion is you have pop too.
Yes.
Or soda, as you say on the East Coast.
Okay. Chairs for when the small children come in. They have chairs for the kids to sit.
All right. So this is a 4 workstation. Is that 5 workstations? Yeah. 5 workstation tax office.
Actually 4. This is my secretary's desk.
Secretary. So this is. Let's talk about this. So this was the greeter.
Yes.
Right.
It's a greeter.
And why don't we just use this opportunity? I'm gonna stop talking. Why don't you tell us about your process?
All right. Usually when the client comes in, I don't want to see the client in front. So I put my desk behind the secretary, and the other tax preparers are over there. When they come in, automatically she'll greet them. And I have clipboards that are already here prepared with all of the documents you need right here with the pen. So she'll come in.
Let me just stop for a second.
Along with the business.
So these are America's Tax Office forms that are made available to each and every affiliate, which we email to you. I think you download them from the software. We've got them. So you want to have these out on the clipboards ready to go. And you have a business card right there. Okay, excellent. All right, go ahead.
And Jasmine would do that as my secretary, Jasmine. She would give this to the client. And in the meantime, while they're filling out their client intake sheet, she'll take their ID, Social Security card, W-2, or whatever they have, and she'll make copies and turn it right here. When she does that, when she makes the copies, I keep the folders right here. So she begins to get a folder and prepare a folder for the client with all of their paperwork in. So by the time the client comes to me or whatever preparer is here, all of their paperwork is in there, the copies are in there, their name is labeled, and everything is done. And they come to whoever is available, or if they want me personally, sometimes they say that. I'll begin to process their return.
Now let me ask you a question. You were on our EFIN, correct?
Yes.
So did you have the secretary at that point scan the stuff in? Who scanned it in?
Anthony.
Okay, so you had a designated person.
One person that
handled the scanning.
Anthony,
and
not even my secretary.
Would they do that before the client sits down or after?
After.
Okay, go ahead.
After.
All right.
Take this. That's when the kids' school calling. They would do that after. I learned because from my experience in the beginning, I was not aware of the scanning process at first.
Okay.
So when I did learn, I was backed up. I probably had to process 100 returns, and I'm like, oh shoot, I got to get these scanned in. So what I started doing after that, once I found out, once the tax return was done, sent, transmitted, immediately scanned and downloaded to the Dropbox. So that way you're not backed up, and then at the end of the week you're trying to scan in, 50 returns at the end of the week. Every time you finish with the client, just scan it in, drop it to the Dropbox.
So let me just add this in. America's Tax Office will not e-file your return if you do not have the document scanned in. This year the process is going to be seamless, where it will be uploaded to each individual return. So the way you're going to need to do it this year is scan before you actually prepare the return, or at the same time. So when you're done with the return and you press transmit, all that stuff will come to us. Okay. We'll see that you have it, and then we'll e-file it in a matter of minutes. Okay. But go ahead, tell us what else is going on.
All right, this right here is this is one of my preparer's desks. This is actually my daughter. She has a PTIN. This is her desk. This is my office manager, LaRose. This is her desk here. My secretary, that's her desk. This is my desk here, of course, with old Joe. That's mine. I had another affiliate here with me. She didn't have her own office, so what I did was I would let her, use a desk here because she's still part of America's tax office. So she still will be able to bring her clients here and see them there. I'm not sure if she's going to get a different location this year or not, but if not, she's welcome to come there. So
now let's do this. I think this is helpful. We talk in terms of America's Tax Office when we talk about office setup, which is the acquisition of the things that you need for your tax office, furniture, computers, things of that nature. We always say buy smart, buy used, buy cheap, Craigslist, blowouts, giveaways, go to your church, beg a neighbor, whatever. Tell us about how you got the stuff in here, and I want you to tell us what you paid for it.
Okay.
So people can appreciate how you pulled this together cheaply.
Okay. This right here came from Craigslist for $50. Right there. My landlord, just a couch. My landlord had pillows upstairs that happened to match, and he had given me the pillows. This table was $25 from the Salvation Army. This table was $10. This basket was $5. These little toys I just took from out of my house. I have several children. So I just took some things out of the house that they don't play with, and I bought toys here for them. All of the pictures that I have on the wall, the paintings, they came from the Salvation Army, like about $5 a piece. The water cooler I rented for $2.99 a month. The bottles of water are $3.99 for each bottle of water. This right here is the radiator, but because it's an office and different, people coming in here, my landlord actually, he built this around here. So he built this around there.
Tell us about the television.
The television I had to pay. Okay, so I got it for like $300 from Walmart.
Okay.
So $300 from Walmart, and it has a stand, but you're able to mount it on the wall. I have Comcast cable, so that does my phone, internet, and everything.
How much is that?
For $209 a month.
Okay.
It's my Comcast cable.
So let me ask you about the phones real quick. So you have landline phones here?
I have landline phones, yes.
Let me see your phones.
I have 3. It's 3 bases, all in one. There's one on this desk, there's one on that desk, and there's one on my desk.
How much you got in those phones? What did you pay for those?
I paid $100 for the phones from Walmart.
And that gave you 3?
3. I gave me 3.
They gave you 3 cordless phones.
One there,
Okay.
one there, and one back there.
All right. How much for these desks?
The desks were, I believe, $49. Walmart. I got a lot of stuff from Walmart.
That's $49 at Walmart.
The computers, I got them for $199. Black Friday on Amazon. So I got the computers for $199 on Amazon.
Is that $199 each?
Yes, $199 each.
Okay.
This printer here was $159. That printer over there was $79. These file cabinets I got from Walmart. I have one here and one there for $39. These chairs my landlord gave me.
Your landlord gave you.
He gave me. My landlord gave me those chairs.
Ask. People will help you.
This desk I got from the Salvation Army for $15.
$15 this desk?
Yeah, $15.
Awesome.
These little things that you see around the office, these little, trinkets and stuff and so forth. I got all this stuff from the Salvation Army, maybe like $1 and so forth. This chair I paid $20 for because it was comfortable for my secretary because she was pregnant. So I bought her a nice chair. This chair came from Salvation Army for like $5. That microwave came from Salvation Army for, I think for $10. The coffee pot, I bought it for $20 from Walmart. The refrigerator I got from Jermaine. He gave me a refrigerator. This came from Jermaine. My landlord built this for me so I could have a shelf. So they didn't keep people cut there. And he built this around the pipes for the heat. This right here came out of my house. That was just some stuff I had in the house.
Now, do you have wireless internet?
Yes, I have wireless.
You're wireless, okay.
And this desk was like $15 too, from the Salvation Army.
So fast, solid internet is critical, correct?
Yes, yes. High speed, definitely. You need a high speed internet. because you don't want to be in here preparing someone's tax return and then your computer's going slow or your computer freezes.
I think that's great. The little chairs for the little kids.
Yeah.
Remember, people.
I took them from home.
We're doing EITC returns. We're going to have a bunch of children. You want to accommodate them, have them engaged so they're not a distraction. Again, that's why she has the toys. That's why she has the coloring books. That's why she has the candy. That's why she has the snacks.
Candy's on every desk. I keep the candy on every desk.
Right.
Every desk keeps the candy.
Now, what'd you do? Did you push referrals?
Yes, I push referrals.
Tell them about that.
What I did with referrals, when a client would come in, I would tell them if they bring me a person, they would get a $50 cash referral. But it had to be, I had to prepare their taxes. They had to be either getting a refund or they had to be paying up front. So when I would get a client to bring me someone with a referral, instead of me losing $50 in the system, you can charge whatever fee you want. I just simply added $50 more to the price of the other person's return, so I wasn't really losing anything at that point. That's how I did it.
Excellent. Now, so I know about how much you think you got in this room total.
How much
money did you pay to put all this stuff together? These furniture, these computers.
No more than $2,000, and probably not even that because.
Well, I don't think it's even 2,000.
It's probably about $1,200, right?
Right.
And I I paid $200 for my safe that I keep under there. I keep the checks and the debit cards locked under there.
Mm-hmm. Tell them about
some tablets in there.
On one of my videos on the how to handle the customer from start to finish video. I talk about the importance of checks, controlling the checks, and having one person print the checks.
Right.
And you were printing your checks on a standalone, correct?
Right.
It wasn't never. Tell them about that and why you do it that way.
Well, just for safety, and when you sign up for it, there's something that you sign that you're going to have your checks. The checks are going to be locked, and people can steal checks. People can do different things, and in order to keep it safe, to keep myself safe and secure, I bought a safe. I lock my checks in a safe, and if a client has a return or a check that comes in, if I'm not here, Rosie or somebody will call me, and she'll look up on TaxLay. You have to print checks, so I'll just come and I'll go to my safe, take the checks out, and then I'll just print them over here. And you have to take the copy of the client's ID, put it on a check, because people will get fast with you. They'll say, I never got my check, nobody never gave it to me. And this right here is an urban area, hood area. So therefore, when they come in here, you want the copy of their ID, you place it on that check, you make a copy of it, and you keep a separate folder for it. But I trust everybody in here, but it's not about trust. It's about one person should only be printing checks. Right. Like, no, it shouldn't be several people printing checks. That way there's no room for errors, there's no room for mistakes, and there's no room for theft.
All right, come sit down right here. Why don't you grab a seat too?
Where at?
You can sit right here. Right here and talk to me for a minute. And let's just have a conversation about, okay, so we talked about the place and all this stuff, but what's most important is how do you acquire the customers? And what's absolutely critical is what are your marketing efforts? Because that's what this game is all about. Because you can go buy all this stuff, you can know the software code, you can know the Internal Revenue Service code backward and forward, but if nobody walks through that door, it adds up to nothing. So let's talk about what you did to market this business. When you started, what were the actual constituent steps you took, and what were the marketing material pieces that you used to support the process?
Okay, when I first started, I prepared taxes at home for family and friends, just doing it at home until I decided to open a business. So I knew some people. What I did was I got flyers, I got postcards, I had Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I went on all the social networks. I put everything up there. I would go to, there's a liquor store next door. When I started in December, when I started marketing, I would go to like the bars and the clubs, because that's where people go. And with my girlfriends, we'll hang out, and then, as a woman, sometimes we can get a lot of things off. So, you meet a guy, yeah, I own my own business, come to my office. I would give out business cards. I gave Buster business cards for his church. He brought me clients. Before Jermaine's, I gave Jermaine brought me several clients here. Rosie was going to a career academy school. She had brought me clients here. That's Latifah in the back. She's one of my clients, actually. She came here. I did her taxes for this year and last year. And she was pleased, right, Latifah?
Yes.
That's actually one of my clients. And I just would just get out and hit the streets. Like, I'm not afraid to get out and hit the streets. And I would go, like, in the corner stores where I live, I would leave my cards. I would put flyers everywhere. I had someone that would come in, the kids on Saturday. I give them $20. They'll go pass out flyers in the neighborhood. And every time I might go on, you know, I have about 2,000 friends on Facebook, so I got a lot of advertisement from on Facebook, and a lot of people would inbox me. Oh, you have an office now? I'm going to come, and a lot of it happens with the referral program. Maybe every time I would have a client, I would do someone's taxes. That client in turn would bring me another client, knowing that they were going to get a referral. In this area, it's a very poor area, and it's an area where you have a lot of earned income credit, and no matter what you charge, the people are always going to be happy because they're getting that earned income credit refund. So this area is really good for stuff like that. Let me see what else.
Let me ask you, first of all, that's outstanding. Let me see if I can recapitulate what she said. People, this is guerrilla marketing. What's that mean? Carrying the message directly to the consumer, physically yourself. Stuff that costs little but requires a whole lot of effort. Now let me stop. Is that a fair characterization?
Yep.
That's exactly what you did. The other theme you're hearing resonate through this is what? Referrals, referrals, referrals. And I just want to emphasize to you right now, there is no better way to grow your tax business than through paid referrals. I think the number that moves the needle is $50, okay? We're out here essentially in New York City. We're in Jersey City, and $50 doesn't go as long. Doesn't go that far here, but it's still resonating. Okay, it's still resonating with this target market. Now, let me ask you a question. I suspect this was it. Were you using the referral cards?
I didn't even use the referral cards.
Okay.
Just
But let me ask you this. I suspect this. At the end of the tax return, you tried to turn that client into a referral source, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, every
tell
day.
us how that worked.
Once I would finish preparing a tax return and everything was completed, they were satisfied with what they were going to be getting back. I would let them know, hey, if you bring me a client, I'll give you $50 cash referral. And people were really happy about that. In the beginning, when I first talked to Chip, he was telling me about referrals, and he said you can probably, you can probably do $25, $20. But I thought that might not be enough, and I figured that I'm smart enough to be able to manage to get my $50 back in some way, which I did. So that's why I was able to. You can always do the referrals. $50 it's not going to hurt you at all. And actually, the tablets did help. People were excited about the tablets to get them, and that was definitely a factor. And they definitely helped. They just came a little late, but the tablets helped.
We've accelerated that.
Yeah, the tablets definitely help. So with them getting a free Android tablet, and with them getting the paid cash referrals, it was just like a win-win situation. And also, what you can do with the tablets, we pay a certain amount as affiliates for the tablets. When the tablets do come in, they're $50. You tell your client, oh, the tablets came in, but you just have to pay shipping and handling, and you charge them whatever you want to charge them for shipping and handling, and they'll pay it because they want the tablet, and that worked.
Excellent. Again, you've done a great job here. 350 tax returns, people. Your one's outstanding. Any other advice that you could give someone? What's the most important thing? You had to sum it all up. What's the most important thing that a new affiliate needs to focus on?
For one, you have to be aggressive. You can't assume that because you become an affiliate and you open up a tax office that the clients are going to come walk in. So you yourself have to get out there and go, and you have to market. That's what I have to do. If I had to go hang out at the bar and give out flyers for that night or business cards, or if I had to go walk the streets sometime or just go different places, the most important thing is you have to get out there. You can't just assume that if you ask someone else to do it, tell someone else that the message is going to get heard. If you want to be successful, you have to make sure that your message reaches everyone. I actually, for this year, I had a pastor that contacted me. She said she has over 3,000 people on a social network, and she asked me if I would be willing to donate tablets, and she would advertise for me. And I donated 2 tablets in exchange for advertisement for 3,000 people. So I'm expecting a good turnout from that. I'm not expecting 3,000, but even if it just gives me 10 people, it's still 10 more than what I had, and it didn't cost me anything but 2 tablets.
Well, I tell you what, delighted to be out here in Jersey City, New Jersey with MyLove Tetterton. Again, I'm Chip Moss, CEO of America's Tax Office. I want to thank you for everything you've done for us. We're excited to have had you. We're looking forward to a great next year. I hope you've learned something from this. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.